forgot to put mine in. She's forgot to put mine in. I know. Welcome to Gossip N Grub. And today we're going to be cooking. Annabelle, what are you doing?
Sorry, you started without me.
What
am I doing? I'm doing chicken, garlic, basil and lemon cooked in butter.
And I'm going to make you a parsnip puree. Where is my parsnip? This is my parsnip. Actually, they're all diced, peeled and boiling. And I'm going to mix that with Dijon mustard, some nutmeg, thyme and creme fraiche. And this is going to be a very luxe puree. And I would say this is more of a dinner menu, wouldn't you? Would you take a bit more time to cook this and have a glass of wine while you're doing it and wait for your husband or boyfriend or other half to come home or friends?
Could I just interrupt? I'm frying the chicken in butter and olive oil, and I put the garlic pieces in there, but with not the skins off. I really want to get that brown. The garlic's in there with all the skins. I put a bit of olive oil in with butter because otherwise it's going to burn. So I really need that to get up to some kind of high temperature.
And how long would you leave that, put that in the oven once it's browned?
Maybe about 20 minutes. But if you're using breasts, you've got to be very careful because they go tough very quickly. So thighs, legs and thighs together, but with the skin on is better. Susie, we're going to talk about psychotherapy. How did you train for 6 years? How did you actually get into it?
Well, I kind of, a bit like yourself, went through a very unpleasant divorce and came to London with 2 little kiddies and just thought, it's something that I just thought I really wanted to understand why, pretty much what happened to my mum, kind of I repeated and just take responsibility for patterns that I could see was being repeated in our family. And just because I was a single mum with the kids, I thought I better, just sort of find out what's going on here. I didn't want to just repeat it all for them.
And what reason did you not carry on doing it, practicing, or were you not in the right frame of mind then?
I gave up my masters sort of halfway through, and I was starting my clinical hours and everything. I mean, it sounds very silly, but one of the things that the practicality, the reality went through my mind is I thought, I'm never going to be able to sit still and sit in a chair for 6 to 8 hours a day. I mean, physically, it was never going to suit me because I don't sit down from the minute I wake up in the morning.
And you passed all the exams?
Well, I did some of them, but I didn't qualify, I didn't register my hours, and I never finished my thesis. I mean, I think the other thing is that you have to be very committed, very responsible, and I don't think I've really sort of worked through all my stuff yet either. And I think a lot of people go into it sort of wanting to fix things when they haven't really fixed stuff in themselves yet. And
sorry, lemon and thyme.
And I think that's why
not thyme, they can basil.
When you
I'm trying to listen to Susie. And would you pick it up again?
Probably not now, because I think having studied it, when you study psychotherapy, you have to be in therapy, and I was twice a week on the couch, so I kind of worked through quite a lot of
I've been in
stuff.
therapy a lot. I've spent a lot of money, but I didn't find it very successful at all because basically all the answers are within. But you've got to be willing to turn it inside out and find it, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is that we're all so different, and thank God there's thousands of different therapies and ways of helping people with mental health. And I think I work through my stuff, and I don't want to. I enjoy doing what we're doing, which is fun and light, and I don't really want to sit there talking about
you don't want any
heavy stuff. And I think it's important. There's a time and a place for it, but it's not where I'm at anymore. But I do think the most important thing is that you take responsibility for what's going on in your life, and you don't blame other people or other things or circumstances. You have to find that strength inside to say, right, this is my stuff. I'm in this position. I've done this. I've done that. I'm here, and it's no one else's fault. And when you do that, I think you can start to move forward.
I'm just going to interrupt. Everything's in here. I've squeezed all the lemon in, but I'm going to put the lemon pieces in too. You see?
Now, Annabelle, are you going to use all your butter? Do you think I can put another
Yes, you can.
butter in mine?
I'm just going to.
But I mean, the thing is that when you're in a crisis, and I mean really in a crisis,
Yeah.
once a week therapy is not going to help you, or even twice a week therapy, because you need help right there in that very moment.
It's very difficult to find that. I was totally led through the.
And I mean, there are the Samaritans, there are all the helplines, but I think, you know,
Samaritans, don't talk to me about the Samaritans.
Oh, no,
I rang them once, you know.
I went into
They're absolutely bloody useless.
volunteering
No disrespect
there.
to them.
But remember that butter. Yeah, I think that's when, I mean, this sounds, I mean, I'm kind of ashamed to say it, but I'm not ashamed to say it, because I think that one has to be very honest about one's weaknesses. And I mean, I used to go and see a psychic, and she was very good, and she was recommended to me by someone. And when you know, some bad things happened at times, and things that I didn't expect out of the blue, I'd bring her up and she'd be available the next day or 2 days later.
They kind of understand you, don't they? Without knowing you. It's very strange.
It's very calming. She had very positive energy, very calming, and she interacted and spoke, and she sort of gave me a way of coping and how to go forward. And I mean, honestly, I think short term she helped me a lot more.
Yeah. Well, I found
all the
that.
therapy.
I'm going to pop this in the oven.
So, I mean, did you find someone that helped you like that as well?
Well, I've been to many therapists that cost a lot of money.
No, but psychics though.
Yeah, I've a few.
Funny enough, I was going to write my thesis on psychics,
Yeah.
and you know, psychics versus orthodox therapy, and you know,
They're far better than. Sorry.
I don't know, but you have to warn people though, because
you have to go to the right people. Just don't pick them out of the other pages.
I think the best thing is for someone to recommend you. Right, I'm going to make a noise and blitz here.
Okay.
It's quite a nice sort of thicky consistency, rather
nice.
than a sort of
We'll just
puree.
wait about 6 minutes for the chicken.
Okay. All right. Well, in that, I mean, you put the wine in. You're going to drink the wine. You forgot to put the wine in. You forgot to put the wine in. You know,
Bloody hell.
oh, Bossy Roots, Prue Leaf here,
I'm
and I
too-
still have to get behind her and
I'm too busy listening
help
about
her.
the bloody psychics.
I mean, I have been
That looks so nice.
who have been so scarily accurate. It's frightening, and I don't know where they get it from.
Well, it's energy and.
It's pretty damn amazing. But I just don't think you should ever take anybody literally. You should, you know, follow your gut instincts. Really, that's what you've got to learn to tune into. And I believe in meditation. And I think meditation's a really good way of just switching off all the chatter, and then you get these
Being
very
in tune with yourself.
clear messages.
Grounded.
Yeah, which direction to go in. And the one thing I really learnt was there's no right and wrong. They're just choices. And you know, if anyone starts judging you for doing the right thing or the wrong thing, that's not fair. Because you know, we just have a selection of choices as we go through life.
And our choices are paths where we learn. You know, we take the wrong path in life, and it gives us a lesson, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Now, sweetheart, can I
Yes,
ask you,
my
what
darling.
do you want me to plate this up on? Are we going on our lovely,
On here,
our favourite blue
put the
plate?
chicken here, and then your.
Can I put it here, the
Yeah.
puree?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to spoon this up.
Do you have a large spoon for me?
Yes, here, big one, like big, or
I'll just use this, shall I?
one of these, sorry,
Thank you.
that or the other one.
I'll give it this.
Alright.
Thank you.
Now, I'm just wondering if, actually no, this is the chocolate, but if you wanted it a bit creamier, blitz it longer, add a little bit of milk, add a little bit of cream, but the most important thing, I think, is the nutmeg and the Dijon mustard
I'm just going to taste this.
and the thyme, because that's what sort of makes it sweet. It's all about
Sorry for cleaning.
balancing flavours. Looks a bit like sort of scrambled eggs. So, Annabelle,
Yes, my darling. Sorry.
we're now at a peaceful place in our life.
Oh, finally. It's been
Finally.
a long, rocky road. Yes.
But what would you recommend somebody to do who is in crisis?
Gosh, I mean, to be quite honest, it's such a hard thing to say, you know. friends are the main thing, but in my case, they all absconded. Friends, family.
Yeah. But quite often though, the sad thing is family are the cause of it.
And to be quite honest, it's getting somebody to just have some empathy, try and,
Yeah, I mean, I also think that, sort of programming your brain to think another story, to say another story.
If you're in crisis, you're not thinking that way, are you?
No, that sort of kind of comes after the crisis.
Yes, true. After, yeah.
Yeah, but I do think that, overprinting really negative, repetitive thinking with positive thinking and a positive message to yourself is so much better.
Sometimes, you can be in that negative pattern for such a long time, you can't help it.
I know, but that's where you need to go find someone to go and break that cycle.
Yeah.
And actually, funny enough, there's a wonderful book by this guy called Dr. Joe Dispenza, and it's called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And it's
feeding off the negative pattern.
Yes, and all about reprogramming the brain to basically wire up the thoughts so that, because every time we think something, we release a hormone.
Yeah, and it's a feel-good factor.
Yes, so if you're sort of having heavy, dark, miserable, negative thoughts, your hormones are going to basically bring you down because those are the thoughts that you're having. So you then get addicted to those thoughts and those hormones being released. And so you can't even get out of the cycle of thinking something positive because your body's just saying, I want more of those negative hormones. So you have to...
And you're in a downward
kind of really
spiral.
thump yourself and really be mindful. Mindfulness is the really
I just think sometimes you have to reach rock bottom to get up again, unfortunately. That's what it's a bit like.
Some people do, I think, and some others kind of get rescued halfway there, and we're all different. But I think he's wonderful because if you can sort of be mindful, you've got a way of sort of finding your way out of that maze, of that negative spiral.
But not everybody is grounded and mindful in the present. Not everybody's grounded, are they?
No, I agree. I mean, that's why, thank God, there is help out there. Yeah. There is help out there.
And we're all here for you if you want us for any advice. All right, everybody.
Here we are. This looks absolutely delicious.
Garlicky lemon basil chicken
with a parsnip puree. And I think this is a nice dinner for any night of the week.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again. Bye.